Hi everyone, and welcome to Ruth Reacts to Books. I'm your host, Ruxie Ruth McGouth. This is season 2, episode 48, and today I am reacting to Alice Feeney's Beautiful Ugly. Very gorgeous book cover. Picture of the amazing Amberley Island, and then it's got like this cool slit in the middle that says, and then you can see like a novel inside there. It's a very cool cover. Loved it. So yeah, very cool cover art. So what I'll do is I'll read the inside of the book. I'll tell you what star rating I gave this book, what I liked, what I didn't like. I'll tell you about the food that I have given you a recipe for and why I relate that to this book, and then why I'm wearing these nails. All right, let's get started. Beautiful Ugly. Author Grady Green is having the best day of his life. He calls his wife, Abby, to share some exciting news as she's driving home. He hears Abby slam on the brakes when she sees something in the road ahead. Over Grady's protests, Abby gets out of the car. When he eventually finds her car by the cliff edge, the headlights are on, the driver's door is open, her phone is still there, but his wife has disappeared. A year later, Grady is still overcome with grief and desperate to know what happened to Abby. He can't sleep and he can't write. So he travels to a tiny remote Scottish island to try and get his life back on track. And then he sees the impossible, a woman who looks exactly like his missing wife. There we go. A little teaser. So I gave this book 4 stars. I really went back and forth a lot. So this was a book for my book club. I just met with the ladies last night. There's 4 of us in the book club. Of the 4 of us, I feel like 2 of us loved it. I was one who liked it a lot, and then 1 of us hated it, kind of. Didn't like it at all. I don't know if I'm speaking too much on that. But, so yeah, there was mixed reviews of the book in the book club. So I'm the one that liked it a lot. And it was interesting having a chat with the ladies about the book and kind of talking through all the things, which I obviously don't give spoilers, so I won't be giving you the spoilers here. But what did I like about the book? Well, it was a compelling story. I felt like it really kept me guessing. There was lots of twists and turns throughout the book that kept me going, wait, what, huh? And I certainly didn't see a lot of things coming, which I appreciate about a book because, you know, I think it's tough when you're reading a book and you feel like you can see things coming. I like that. And so I liked that a lot. I thought the characters were interesting. I wouldn't exactly say they were, for me, I didn't feel like they were super likable, which, you know, I like my likable characters. I didn't feel like they were extremely likable, but they were interesting enough that like I was invested in them. I will say that. Like sometimes there's characters that are not likable that you're not invested in, but I was kind of invested in pretty much all the characters. So very well done there. I thought that was good. So what did I not like about it? And like, why didn't it get 5 stars? Which I did go back and forth on, like, should it get 5 stars? I don't know. Because there was some really cool stuff about this book. Like, I can't tell you what it is, but there's some really cool stuff about this book. But what I didn't like, for me, I felt like it just, there were things that just went like a bit too far for me. I didn't love the ending so much. Sometimes I do feel like in even some authors who are some of the best authors in the world sometimes struggle with endings. I think that can be the hardest part, is how to end a book, especially when books are tricky and keep you guessing. So I felt like the ending for me just was a little bit too far. I don't know. I'd love to hear more about what other people think if you've read this book. I did feel like, if after yesterday talking with the book club, if not plot holes, I felt like there were maybe some plot slits. So I felt like there were some things that were like, would that be possible? I'm not sure about that. But all in all, I really like this book a lot. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I would absolutely read another Alice Feeney because I thought it was great. And this was one of the nominees for like Goodreads Book of the Year, I think in like the mystery or something like that. So one of the nominees, and for good reason, because it was really good. So yeah, Mom, she saw this book sitting on the kitchen table and asked me if it's good. So yeah, Mom, it's good. You should definitely read it. Check it out at the library, or you could borrow this one. I have it for 2 weeks. So you take this and read it. I'll bring it downstairs to you. For the food, I would have done fish and chips because fish and chips looms large in this book. There's quite a couple times that it's talked about, but I've already done that for a different book, so I can't do that one again. So instead, I have a lamb stew recipe for you. And then for those vegetarians, I have a seitan recipe. Instead of lamb, you can use seitan instead of the lamb, which is delicious. So we've got a seitan stew or a lamb stew, which also is in this book. Yours will be better than the girl who makes it in this book, but I got a recipe for you there. And then for my nails, I have these beautiful ones on. These are called Green Galore, and I believe these were a St. Patrick's Day set from a year or two ago. And in the book, there is a person that only wears green. She wears green all the time, every day. So that's why I went with the green nails for this book. So there we go. Alice Feeney, Beautiful Ugly, 4 stars. Check it out. Great book. I mean, it's tough to get on Libby right now because there's a lot of people waiting for it. There's 2 libraries around where I live, and these were available at one of the libraries, and the other one, there weren't any available because everyone's already got them checked out because it's a super popular book right now. So check it out. Great book. Highly recommend. Have a great week, everyone. I'll be back next week to tell you about yet another amazing book on Ruth Reacts to Books. Bye!